All right, there's going to be talk of the kill zone today. I hadn't talked about it a lot. The people need to know now. We're going to openly talk about the kill zone. That is what D'Amico calls that area in a zone coverage or underneath when, hey, a receiver is going to catch some easy receptions over the middle, but he will pay a price. The Texans will exact the toll. So in this edition of the Texans defense is my favorite thing in the history of the world, and I love them so much. We're going to talk about some of these unforced errors, all of these drops that the receivers had. I've got 10 plays to show you, and where people are trying to excuse Patrick Mahomes because all of his receivers, there were so many drops. For one, Texans pressured Patrick Mahomes 18 times on Sunday night, tied for their most in a game this season. When forcing pressure, they held Mahomes to 2 completions on 12 attempts for 40 yards and an interception, sacking him twice. Let's get into these plays, and there's a few common themes here that point to why the Texans didn't have a bunch of sacks, but they were very effective with their pressures. Very first, we're going sequentially. Here's a Henry To'oTo'o pressure. So Henry To'oTo'o, right there, number 39 to the left of your screen. Boom. And there was a combination of sometimes spying the quarterback, but sometimes recognizing when your guy was in coverage or when your guy was blocking, like the tight end is here, and then becoming an add-on rusher. We've got a couple examples of this. So Henry To'oTo'o there. No big deal. Nice pressure. Let's see. Was this considered a drop or not? Nope, just a bad throw. I don't know, did you gator arm it a little bit there? No, not you, sir. Poor throw, pressured by Henry To'oTo'o. If we come up to this next one, people are like Chiefs fans, I'm sure, were about this. Like, no, Gray, why you turning yellow, Mr. Gray? Because Azeez Al-Shires, or because Henry To'oTo'o is right there. He's in the kill zone. Do you think the Chiefs don't watch film? Do you think they didn't watch Henry To'oTo'o snatched that twat from the Colts' kidneys last week over the middle, jarring the ball out at reception? He knows he's in the kill zone. Forced error. A drop, yes, but is it a drop that happens versus every defense? No. And you're going to see these guys get the yips increasingly as the game goes on because we have let's see. This isn't a kill zone moment by Jalen Petrie. But watch Kalen Bullock as he's coming up. Just watch Kalen Bullock. Bah! He wasn't even thinking about it. That's just casual violence. That's what a sociopath does. Doesn't even thinking about it. No remorse. Jalen Petrie shows up twice in a row here because we have to remember, we're talking about the kill zone. What happens when you're a receiver facing this Houston Texans viciousness when you think, oh, I got something easy. Okay, here it is. I'm just going to catch the ball and turn upfield like I'm on a Sunday drive on the Dallas freeway. Rashee Rice. Pa! That's what you get. You're in the kill zone. Kill zone. Watch out. Kill zone. You stupid son of a. This is forced errors, drops. Oh, no, he dropped it. Oh, yeah. You go ahead and hold on to that ball. PFF nerd, you going to hold on to that ball? Of course he's going to drop the fucking football. Jeez, he's made of flesh and bone, sinew, cartilage. Are those the same things? I don't know. I'm not an anatomy expert. But again, Jalen Petrie would take that toll for Rashee Rice being in the kill zone. He's going to make an appearance later. This is Tommy Togiai, just a very underrated signing. And obviously, Kamari Lassiter with the armbar there that broke that play up. But I want you to watch, as Mahomes is throwing this football, Tommy Togiai, number 72 right there, is doing his job, trying to help Danielle Hunter clear. Knows that he's got to be very aware of Patrick Mahomes, comes back underneath and makes him throw it just off balance enough that I'm not faulting Mahomes for not having the perfect throw here, but when you've got somebody intimidating you in your ribs, it could have been a little bit more out in front. And Kamari Lassiter, I know people that don't watch the Texans frequently might think this is just dumb luck or something. No, this is what he do. He got incredibly good hand-eye coordination and timing on when to get that arm up in between the receivers, little grabbers there, and get him down. The contain rush, too. I should show that on that play. This is what the one thing the Texans all night long, when they're not getting sacks necessarily, they just, if you look off to the left, Will Anderson, he's just trying to keep an eye on him. Danielle Hunter and Tommy Togiai did a good job here of keeping the pocket contained. Dylan Horton and Henry To'oTo'o. I mean, it was a nice throw. It was a nice throw. He's only human, this Patrick Mahomes. Kamari Lassiter. Again, we talk about add-on pressure and understanding that, hey, the Colts have 3 backup offensive linemen. So there's going to be times where they've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 guys initially in protection. Kelsey releases, but Kamari's got no work to his side. So he's off the screen to the left there. Both those tight ends are in pass protection, or receiver and tight end. And here he comes. Forced the bad throw. Not a drop, just another errant throw by Patrick Mahomes. Azeez as the spy or add-on here. He's in zone coverage. Mahomes looking off. Petrie's attached to the receiver. Azeez adds on. Nothing. And look, you're going to tell me, man, I'm so glad Azeez wears 0 because I feel like it's identifiable out of the peripheral vision, the big zeros coming at you. Isn't he the guy that they write articles about, how horrible he is and everything? Isn't he the guy that gets fined all the time? Isn't he the guy that people are so fraudulent about because they act like this is supposed to be a gentle game? Go die. All right, this is just simple pass rush. Will and I don't know if this gets classified as a drop or not. It's a pass broken up. When they dare to go ahead and target Derek Stingley, you got Will Anderson coming around the edge. You got Tommy Togiai coming up the middle. Mahomes throwing off balance. You know, it hits him in the chest, but he's covered. He's covered. He's got Derek Stingley on him. What'd you expect to happen? Not even a kill zone shot there. It was just the pressure. The pressure again. The highest. It was that tweet was ambiguous. I couldn't tell if it was the most pressure the Chiefs have faced all season or if it was the most pressure the Texans have applied all season. Either way, Patrick Mahomes was not comfortable last night. Azeez, pass breakup, and this isn't even. Again, this is Rashee Rice, who's already been shown all the wonders of the universe earlier by Jalen Petrie. He knows he's in the kill zone. He's got Azeez next to him. Azeez isn't in position to deliver a great shot on him. That is a beautiful throw by Pat Mahomes. Working up in the pocket. Pressure by Will Anderson. Gets it right out in front of Rashee. But Rashee's he's already had his brain rattled. And he's got Azeez Al-Shire coming in on him. He knows he's in the kill zone. He doesn't know where Jalen Petrie is. He could be lurking anywhere. You think he wants to see that Guardian cap up in his ginch again? The kid's going to have nightmares about the Guardian cap. Oh. It's just the flea. He wasn't available for comment last night. He likes to flee the scene of an accident, as we know. All right, the Azeez Al-Shire interception. Again, pressure on Mahomes. Goes behind him, and it's easy to say, hey, this is a drop, right? Isn't this a drop by Kelsey? Yeah, how the hell you want... Look, watch this. Should Kelsey have sat down earlier? Should Mahomes have led him? Let's watch Mahomes as he's throwing this. Pressure from Tommy Togiai yet again. Togiai right in his flak jacket as he's throwing it. And there, right there. Like, okay, can I keep my eyes on the ball? Or do I look at Azeez Al-Shire, the paid assassin? I don't know. I don't know. You know the old drill where you write a number on the ball and have the receiver call it out as he's catching it? I think he would have yelled out 0 there. And then Miles Bryant, good job, Miles Bryant. I got to take that. I'm not going to watch your mom's reality show, all right? I won't. I hate you. Mahomes made a bad decision, too, on the 4th and short where, yeah, it was an idiotic call by Andy Reid in a game in which you're just completely dominating the Texans' offense. There's still plenty of time left on the clock. You've been able to move the ball versus the Texans a little in the second half, going for it when they did. But he had Juju Smith-Schuster wide open over the middle, and I'll wait for the quarterback gurus to tell me where I'm wrong on this. Mahomes is looking. Azeez Al-Shire cleared out of the middle because he was he tracked the back out of the backfield. Azeez Al-Shire clears out. The middle is wide open. Juju Smith-Schuster is right in front of Pat Mahomes. And Mahomes looks off to the left where there are no receivers. Nobody out on a route anywhere. And they could have had the first down. But I don't know. I guess it was because somebody dropped the ball or something. And then he would later try to throw it and the pass was broken up. It was just a bad game. All right, it happens. It happens when you go up against the Houston Texans defense. Stop trying to think so much about this or that or making excuses. You got your butts whooped. It happens, all right? They had 3 backup offensive linemen in there. You got 3 backup offensive linemen in there. And because there weren't a bunch of sacks in the game, people are blaming the drops from the receivers who were very much in fear for their lives out on routes, more so than the fact that he was playing behind a shambles. Like, what do you expect? What did you expect? Why, if you were predicting an outcome in this game, why on earth did you think that you had a fucking chance versus that defense? Did you see that defense out there? Did you think the Chiefs' offense was going to achieve anything more than a smattering of big plays? One nice drive in the second half? Odds makers, pundits, what the fuck did you think was going to happen? Do you watch football? I don't think you do. And you know why I know? Because I heard people discussing whether or not they thought that Daniel Jones' the foot was bothering, or whether his shin was bothering him coming into this game. It tells you all you need to know about how much AFC South football people watch. They don't watch any of it. You can tell for the last 3 weeks that Daniel Jones has been limited. You got to watch them versus the Cowboys, but you're too busy stuffing your fat face with cranberry sauce because you're the kind of person that eats cranberry sauce. Disgusts me. Let's see. Why couldn't the Texans offensive coordinator throw running back screen when the Chiefs were just blitzing them all? It's a great question. I've got 478 questions that we're going to ask of Nick Caley this week, not to mention the end of the first half, which is our routine. You would know this is what the Texans do at the end of the first half. They act like they're on a sabbatical. And they're like, hey, let's just, I don't know how much time we got. They act like me when I'm not handling my ADHD properly. There's, like, the clock doesn't exist. Yeah, I'll be in 1 minute, and then 3 hours later, my wife comes looking for me. Love spicy Seth. I love the way I feel right now. I got 3 hours of sleep. And I couldn't have been happier or like more full of energy right now. Let me tell you something about this defense. I talked to ND Kalu this morning. I was late. Speaking of the aforementioned ADHD, I was late to my appearance because I was so excited watching some cut-ups. I was proving by creating a slow motion reel that Mario Edwards was not nearly offsides on that play that everybody was convinced he was offsides on the Tommy Togiai sack. He wasn't in the neutral zone. So anyway, I was talking to ND about it, and ND and I, both former defensive linemen, like, I am so positively, in a good way, jealous of the guys that play on that defense, because my God, I have never seen a defense where you have so many guys who are vicious playmakers, but who also play unselfishly. The way the defensive line plays, when you try to coach contain pass rush, it is a constant battle of preaching, hey, if we all do it, then everybody will eat. Sacrifice a little bit and we'll get our sacks. They didn't get the sacks yesterday, and it didn't matter because they're on this defense where, okay, we're going to contain Pat Mahomes. We're going to make him uncomfortable. We're going to make him step up, and he's going to throw 3 interceptions. He's gonna have less than 50% completion percentage, and you can just enjoy being on a unit that plays like that. It's so much fun. It just leaps off the screen. It's absolutely incredible. I love them so much. It's just everything that's good about the way that you would want your own kids to play defensive football. Those guys do it. Jalen Petrie has one of the best hits I've ever seen in my entire life, and it's 100% clean and legal. It's just, and he does it while wearing a Guardian cap to keep up with the times, to protect his noggin. Just astoundingly great performance by the Houston Texans defense last night. I am amazed.